Do you hate conflict? Do you dread difficult conversations? Do you fear the thought of giving somebody bad news? What if I said you could become a pro in navigating difficult conversations? All you have to do is practice with ChatGPT. Let me show you how. Alright, so I have ChatGPT pulled up here, and just to save some time for you guys, I've already asked a baseline question to get an answer going. So for my example today, I'm going to be asking ChatGPT to help me with firing one of my employees. So I started by asking a simple question, just can you give me 3 tips to use in this conversation when I'm telling my employee that he's fired? And it provides me a couple of ideas. So just first off, be clear and direct with them, show some empathy and respect, and finally offer support and some kind of resources that the company can help out with. So later on, I will be asking ChatGPT to roleplay this conversation with me so I can practice. So I'll make sure to keep these 3 things in mind when doing that. But before we begin with that, I'm curious, what do you guys do when you have to have a difficult conversation that you don't want to have? Whether it be at work or in your personal life. I know for me, I do not like conflict, so I'm always looking for some way to make that process a little easier. So I'd be curious how you prepare for those. Let me know in the comments down below. So now to the role-playing portion. I already went ahead and did this just because I had to prepare some longer answers to get some good feedback from ChatGPT. So I'll just kind of walk through how this conversation went. So first, I just provided some basic background. I said, I'm the manager, you're the employee. I'll start with the first statement, you respond. We'll do this 3 times. Just to get a conversation rolling. And ChatGPT is already aware of the conversation I'm talking about because I asked for some tips earlier on, so it knows what's going on. So I said, of course, I'm the employee, and then it just provides the first statement for both me and the employee. It says, thank you for coming in, I'm sorry, we have to fire you. And then just ask, can you provide more details about, why I'm being fired? And so I provide my first response. And I said basically that his employee performance has been low, the productivity has been low for a year, and that the company policy is that if you underperform for a year or more, then you are subject to termination. And I just thanked him for his contribution to the company. And then ChatGPT responded and asked for some specific feedback on, areas where he could improve. And I said, yes, the time management skills were not very good, and that is the reason why he's being fired. And I offered a program that the company can provide for free to work on these skills. And then ChatGPT responded again, asking for next steps in the termination process, and then just the name of the program I'm talking about, just to get some more information. So I provided the name of the program, said the next steps in the termination process, said he'll receive a severance check, and then just thanked him for his cooperation and wished him the best. And then there was one more response from ChatGPT. So this is probably the most important part right here. I said, thanks for role-playing. How do you think I can improve the next time for when the real conversation happens? So ChatGPT gives me some specific information about what I did well in this conversation and what I can do better the next time. So for example, it told me to practice empathy, and it also told me to provide some more details. So it said that I mentioned the productivity and the missed deadlines as issues, which I thought was good, but it says that I should probably consider offering specific examples or instances just so that the employee better understands why he's being fired. It also says that I should highlight resources. It liked the time management program I offered, but it also says I could provide a few more resources from the company, career counseling, and some other examples. And then another example, it says I should probably talk about how severance pay will be calculated and just kind of clarify the timeline for returning all the company property and stuff like that. I just think this is really cool. It's tailored to my specific weaknesses as opposed to just those general tips that I got earlier on before role-playing the conversation. I just cannot get over how helpful this is for me specifically. I really struggle with conflict and difficult conversations, and being able to role-play and go through these conversations just makes it so much easier. There are just endless opportunities ChatGPT can provide, and I highly recommend using it for this type of situation. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was as helpful to you as it has been for me. It has been a lifesaver for sure. Now, this example was geared toward managers, but this same concept can be used in any tough conversation you have at work or in your personal life. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to comment down below what other content you'd like to see from us. So stay tuned for more videos. Thank you guys.